That Washington football team is really fucking good.
Everything we do is going to be about winning. Okay, we're going to learn to do things the right way, and that's the only way we're going to do them. Because if it doesn't help us, we're not doing it, man. That's just as simple as it gets. Win the Super Bowl. That's I mean it, too. You know, one of the things that the only reason you become a head coach in this league, in my opinion, is to win. That's it. That's the bottom line. If you do it for any other reason, you're wrong.
Hey, Washington football fans, welcome back. So, here it is. The 53-man roster is officially here. All the cuts have been made, at least according to Zach Selby. This is what our official 53-man roster for the 2021 season is. So, we're going to go over this player by player and talk about it. So, at the quarterback position, of course, we got Taylor Heinicke, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Kyle Allen. We kind of all knew it was going to shake out that way. After cuts this morning, when we saw Peyton Barber get cut, we figured that Jarrett Patterson made the team. Really pumped about that. Glad to see him make the team. I love a homer. And that guy's about as homer as you can get. Wide receiver. Of course, you got your De'Ami Brown, Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaurin. Kind of a shock to me, but not the other people. DeAndre Carter made the roster. It's probably for his return abilities. You got Ryan Fitzpatrick's little buddy, Adam Humphries, Cam Sims, and my boy Dax Milne made the list. So, super pumped about that. Dax Milne gets to keep on the team, probably for his kick returning abilities and, you know, just being a great receiving option. And then down to defensive end. Here we kept 5 players. My man Shaka Toney made the cut. Thrilled about that. I was actually getting pretty worried there for a while. Then, of course, we got, Sweat and Young. And then, surprisingly, Casey Toohill made it. Now, I know he's a super freak athlete. He falls into the profile that, Ron's been going for this year. Just like James Smith-Williams, they're both super high RAS score guys. But I don't know. I might have expected some other players over him. And also, it actually says in the article from this that we still retain David Bada even after final cuts because of the player pathway program. We receive an exemption where David Bada doesn't get cut. He doesn't count against the 53-man roster. And we still get to keep him. So, that was awesome to hear. Because I was really worried. I was like, man, David Bada deserves that spot over Toohill, in my opinion. But knowing that we get to keep him through an exemption without having him count against the roster was huge. I was thinking that it only, what everybody else had been saying, it was only for, the 90-man roster, the 70-man roster. But in the end, we get an extra roster spot, period, because of it. So we technically have a 54-man roster. I don't know if it just means we get to directly put him on the practice squad without passing waivers. It's not specific, but what it does say is that we get to keep David Bada without him being cut or counting against the roster. And then on from that, we got Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Tim Settle, Matt Ioannidis. You knew that's how it was going to be. The only question with the ends and the tackles were After watching this preseason, we thought some extra guys might have gotten at it, but we still got the same group of guys here, and no complaints there. This was a huge shock to me. But the linebacker position, not the players that made the team, but the fact that we only kept 4 linebackers. That's crazy. I know we're going to be playing a lot of nickel, so there's only going to be 2 guys on the field. So, we got first and second string for, both those guys, I guess. But you got to think we're still going to be doing some 4-3 formations. And, this might actually mean that Landon Collins, no matter how he's listed, he might be playing a lot more linebacker than he thinks. When the big nickel's basically just fudging him into the linebacker role anyway. But with only carrying 4 linebackers, I think nickel's going to be our base defense. And then to tight end, once again, another long shot player I'm thrilled about. Samus Reyes, just like Milne, just like Shaka Tony. I've been singing this guy's praises since the draft, or since we got him. And it's great to see that he's made it to the final roster here. You just can't risk losing that kind of potential. You just can't do it. And he joins Logan Thomas, John Bates, and Ricky Seals-Jones. Now, I don't have any problems with Ricky Seals-Jones, but I do think that we let go some players, specifically Jeremy Reeves at safety, that might have been more deserving of that roster spot, in my opinion. I mean, it's hard to compare the positions, but I don't know. I really thought that he played well enough last season to earn another shot, and I just don't think that, like, weighing it out, what Ricky Seals-Jones adds to the team would be more than, a situation where, Jeremy Reeves could give us really good play if something happens to Bobby McCain or something. But then the offensive line shook out exactly how most of us thought it would. Ron brought in Tyler Larson. He's the perfect backup for Chase Roullier. This is, Larson's a guy that spent time with Ron in Carolina. Actually gave him a really good full season of play when he was there. When, Ryan Khalil was injured one season, Tyler Lawson stepped in and played really solid for him. He's like the Wes Martin of center. Or, Wes Schweitzer. Wes Martin is no longer with us, as you can tell from this. Then Leno, Roulier, Sheriff, Cosme, my man Sadiq Charles is most likely the swing... Yeah, the swing tackle? No. Just everything, the do-it-all player. Swiss Army knife there on the offensive line. Our offensive line looks great, in my opinion. All these players we kept. Larson, Schweitzer, Leno, Roulier, Sheriff, Cosme, Charles, Lucas, and Flower. Just a great group. Then it went to corner. William Jackson III, of course. Ben St. Juste. I think he's, going to end up being the cornerback too there. Kendall Fuller, one of the best slot corners in the league. Solid corner too as well. Troy Apke, we all know why he made the team. Special teams dynamo, excellent gunner. Strong defensive-minded coaches like to have, strong, consistent special teams players. Bill Belichick at one point joked about letting Brady go before he let Matthew Slater go. And it kind of came true, if you think about it. Matthew Slater's still there. But Ron Rivera has a real attachment to Apke. He likes the things he could do. And, yeah, he still made the team. We also got Daryl Roberts. It really shocked me that Daryl Roberts kind of, took over Jimmy Moreland's position there as that, backup slot. And, well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, he's looked good so far. And then Tory Mctire. It is amazing to get a surprise with, a free player, a undrafted player, like a guy nobody's talking about that can come in and be quality depth at a premium position. Tory Mctire was a huge find this offseason, and he made the team. Now we're here to safety. Man, we let Jeremy Reeves go, and we kept DeShazer Everett. I just don't see why. I know he plays special teams well, and he occasionally gives you a play, once or twice a year on defense, but the same problems that'll hurt him on special teams, hurt him on defense, is the guy is injured all the time. You don't ever have him, and when he's there, you might get some production every 4 months. He's another guy. Jeremy Reeves, I believe, should have that spot, but congratulations. And Landon Collins, of course. I think he's gonna be playing a lot of big nickel. He's basically gonna be in that linebacker type role. So it's good to have him and Curl. McCain held on the team. I was a little worried. I was really pumped for him at the beginning. And then he looked great in camp. But I started to get inside my own head too much, watch some of his taping, and actually got worried about his ability to play, the high safety position. But Ron, they're all better evaluators of talent than I'll ever be. So if they think he's the guy, and he started out great last season with the Dolphins, so I'm happy to have him. There's our free safety. And Derek Forrest made the team. I never had a doubt, but some people were starting to worry me about him making the team, and I'm glad that they were off base there a little bit. He's just got so much potential. He's a 4th round pick. I just didn't see any way this guy didn't make it on the team. At the very least, he's going to be super productive at special teams. But ultimately, I still think this guy's got the potential to be a future free safety for the team. He's got all the range. He's got all the speed. Just needs to learn some things and develop his instincts. And I think eventually he could be, a good quality free safety for us. Then our special teams, love them or hate them, Hopkins is on the team. I've been looking at all the kickers that have gotten cut so far, and we ain't getting anything better, guys. So stick with the devil, Don't make a big deal about it. It's going to suck if we lose some games because of him, but what are you going to do? Literally the only options out there are worse options. So just grin and bear it. We still got Boss Tressway out there. The best, one of, if not the best punters in the league. And rookie Cameron Cheeseman. I hope he gets up to snuff, throughout the season. He's a rookie. It's a weird position to be good at. So I hope as the season progresses, he can, really replace, step in and replace the guy that came before him. And, yeah. So, that's our final 53-man roster. Let me know what you guys think down below. hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on your notification bells. Anybody didn't make the team that you guys really wanted to make the team? Is there players you're just thrilled that made the cut? Yeah, let me know down below. What do you think of this roster? And I think we're going to have a great season. All these guys look great. I'm actually probably going to have a video out for you guys later on possible trade targets to really help boost this roster to the next level at a particular position where I think we can use help. And yeah, this roster really reinforced that for me. So yeah, there we go. You guys watch this. I love you. Peace.